I recently finished reading I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Harpman, and I don't think a book has sat with me like this in a long time. The last one that stayed with me this way was The Reformatory by Tananarive Due last summer. 40 women are imprisoned in a bunker, no explanation for why or how they got there, and one day a siren goes off and they escape. That's all I'll say on plot, but let's get into what this book actually did for me. The siren goes off, the guards are gone, and 40 women escape into a world that's miles away from what they remember. Our protagonist has never known anything else. This is her first experience of life outside the bunker. And the world isn't what you'd expect. It's barren, no life, just nothing. This got me thinking about what freedom actually means. We tend to equate freedom with autonomy, making your own decisions, no one watching your every move. And for a moment, they have that. In the bunker, they couldn't even use the bathroom without being watched, and now they can. But how free are they really when none of the knowledge or tools they've built actually work in this new world? They had each other and they leaned on each other to survive, but death met a lot of them a lot more quickly once they were on the outside. So what is freedom without knowledge to sustain you, without a sense of belonging? I don't think these 40 women fully had that even once they left the bunker. It would be very easy to get lost in the unanswered questions, how they ended up there, why the earth was barren, but when I closed the book, I knew that wasn't the point. For me, it's about the community those women built with each other. Community is one of the main things that makes us human. Everything our protagonist knows, her language, her identity, her memories, was passed to her, person to person, by the older women. And as each woman dies, she takes a whole world of knowledge and memory with her. To me, these women acted like a library for her, and it's that knowledge passed down that let her outlive potentially the rest of humankind. Women as archive, sharing knowledge with each other so the next generation has what it needs to keep going. And that idea, women as a living archive, then got me thinking about our Caribbean elders. I'm Black British Jamaican, and there's a conversation happening about Caribbean culture dying out in the UK because our elders, our closest link to our home countries, are passing on. Thinking about this story made me realise our elders are also a fountain of knowledge, a library, an archive. And it's so important to hear and document their stories while they're still here, even though that isn't always easy. Because let's be fair, a lot of our elders aren't big on talking about the past. A lot of that carries trauma for them. But if we can have those conversations, I think it matters enormously. Not just for us, but for the generations after us. We as Black millennials carry a lot of weight here. We're the bridge between the older generations and the ones coming after. So much of their culture, their memory, dies with them if we don't ask. It's on us to open up those conversations because they're not going to volunteer it. This made me think about my own relationship with my late grandma. I'm so grateful that I had those conversations with her before she passed. I wrote her eulogy, and because of everything I knew, I was able to really paint a picture of her life, her time in Jamaica, her journey to the UK, the work she put in to build a life here, all pieced together from conversations over the years and from people who knew her. Being able to draw all of this out from one small book was kind of wild to me. I Who Have Never Known Men stopped being a dystopian novel for me, and it started being about right now. It's about how important it is to archive through conversation before you miss the chance. Once I finished the book, I hopped on Goodreads and went straight to the reviews. A lot of people were frustrated. The book ends with the same questions it opened with, no resolution, so I guess people felt shortchanged. But I don't think that was ever the point. There's not always a pretty bow tying things together. I think closure can be a bit idealistic, honestly. I mean, when you get it, it helps you move forward, but we don't always get that luxury. Part of growth and healing is learning to live without the answers and being okay with that. And I know that sits in a bit of tension with everything I just said about archiving our elders' stories while we can, but both things can be true. It's important that we try, and when we can't, we have to find a way to live with that too. So those are my thoughts on I Who Have Never Known Men. Not quite a review, more of a reflection. But before I go, what conversations are you going to have with the elders in your life while you still have them? And if you're a millennial like me, we're now dealing with our parents becoming the elders in our families. So it's really time to have those honest conversations with them too. Keeping the channels of communication open, generation to generation, That's key to keeping the archive going.